How's everyone doing? It's DakotaCoach23 here, redoing the audio for this video because I honestly not actually doing it the first time. So what I'm doing is giving just a quick down and dirty review on the Outer Worlds. We'll just be going over one of my old saves, well, one of my saves that I have going right now. Let's let it load up. Well, actually, this game, developed by Obsidian, the same people who made Fallout New Vegas, so it's kind of like Fallout in space. So, awesome thing about this game is you've got a open world-ish type game, as I'll show here on the map. It's got not really linear levels. I mean, levels you can explore a little bit, but they're not too like crazy open like you experience in Skyrim or Fallout or another open world game. Another thing about this game is that you see the blue outline. That anything with blue outline is interactable. And then there's mods for your armor that allow you to increase that range where you can see stuff like that, so that helps out, and very interesting. That's one thing I like about the game, is that it makes the objects that you can interact with stand out. And here I was trying to look around and see if there's like any other objects that were interactable. Containers, there are certain containers, again, anything with that blue outline you'll be able to interact with as well. So I'm going to head into the ship here. So you have a nice little ship here. It's kind of like your home base. Here's your inventory. One thing I liked that they did was they kept the ammo system very simple, just light, heavy, and energy. And you have your different weapons as well. These are the Mark II or 2.0 or Ultra weapons. So you have a plasma rifle, then you have the .2 plasma rifle, which is a energy-based weapon. Light machine gun, which is Mark II, and my assault rifle, which is an Ultra. And it tells you the ammo type next to the magazine size as well. Armor, very simplified armor. Two pieces, you got your chest plate and you got your helmet. Chest plate shows the buffs and debuffs. So buff is +5 to my weapon skills and -5 to my stealth skills, which I don't really like having that, but nothing I can really do since my playstyle is I want to be as protected as possible. And then you can also equip your companions with different weapons and armor as well. So I also try and keep the best armor, but not same armor that has like debuffs as mine, because when you run around with companions, their buffs and debuffs will stack on top of yours, which I'll show you here shortly. Vicar Max, I don't ever take him out, so he kind of got the basic ammo stuff. And then Sam here is a robot, so you can't modify his equipment or weapons. And then also you just carry a bunch of weapons for different types of engagements as well. Yep, so mods, these are all different mods that you can equip. Some are armor mods, some are weapon mods, and weapon mods are broken down into barrel, magazine, and sight. And then armor mods, your piece of armor will have different types of items you put it. So for the healing system here, it's a very interesting system, because it's not like you're basically like you have a stim pack or something like that. For this, your healer, you get the buffs or the effects of what the item is in your consumable slots at the top. So me personally, I like to hold on to items that give me increased natural health regeneration, or just health in general. Now, there's things that will give you plus to base health, which I don't want. I just want to keep like natural health regeneration. So I'll keep several items on hand, and then like if I run out of the items, I'll just swap them out with something else that gives me that natural health regen. And here I'm just putting items into junk that I can sell later at vending machines, which is kind of like your merchants. They're also NPC merchants as well, but you'll run into vending machines a lot more. And then you can just you can just mass sell all your junk and stuff too when you get there. But it's also good to keep some of the stuff on you, like the vodka or cigarettes, because there are times when you'll be interacting with NPCs and they will ask you for, hey, do you got a cigarette? Do you have vodka? And it's good to have that kind of stuff on you at times as well. So that's the healing system. If you look in the upper left hand corner, underneath my name, right next to the big 21, you'll see that top number there is the bits, which is your money system. Oh yeah, here, so you can break down weapons and armor, which I'm actually just gonna go break down a piece of armor right now, I believe. Yep, break down. I got 3 armor parts. So weapons parts and armor parts are used to repair your weapons and armor. That's basically it. And then I believe I'll also talk about hacking and lockpicking as well real quick. So that piece, yep, that bypass shunt, it's simple. You just go to any computer that you need to hack into. You just go up to it, hack. No minigames, no nothing like that. Which your hacking and lockpicking is based on your stealth skills, which I'll talk a little bit more about that as well. So depending on how high your hacking or lockpick is, you might need more bypass shunts for hacking, and then the next thing is these mag picks. You may need more of those for lockpicking. If your lockpick skill is high enough, you don't need to use any mag picks or bypass shunts, which is nice because at the beginning of the game, mag picks are few and far in between, and it does take you a little bit while to get an inventory built up of them. And even then, I don't have that many on hand. And here's just quest items, like your keys, important documents, stuff like that, and then your junk. So I've junked some weapons, some armor, food, and it's also random junk you pick up. Here, I'm just gonna show off the ship a little bit. Here's one of my companions. So skills. The big thing about skills is when you have companions, they'll add, like I said, their buffs and debuffs. So you have your base skill, which some of them on here are like, say, like medicine's 50. We'll go back to that here in a second. So normally I have Pravarti and Eli as my companions because they add engineering and medical skills buffs. So the workbench here is where you modify your weapons and then you can repair them. But if your engineering skill is high enough, you can do field repairs as well. So here I'll show you like the weapons mods. For this weapon, it's barrel magazine. So barrel, it actually changes how the barrel looks on there for the different types of mods. And the magazine, the first one gives higher mag count, and then the second one gives shock, I believe, and then it's plasma. Yep, shock and plasma. You see that little square on the side of the weapon, that light on it. I'm also going to show a weapon for a sight modification. Well, which again, barrel mag and then sight. It will show you what the sight looks like on your weapon as well. Tinkering, you just spend bits to increase your weapons damage. I'm not sure how many times you can tinker with a weapon. But it's just a good way to increase your weapons damage. And there I just did a mass repair of my weapons, so they're all... Actually, I did a mass repair of all the equipment that I'm wearing, including my companions. So here is your living quarters on the ship. You got a little computer here. Just check out the stuff there, and then nice little like bin or chest, whatever you want to call it. Again, anything with that blue outline is interactable.
I am a dirty, autonomous digital astrogator, son. I have
And
cleaned my
Ada
internals
is
of
your
ages. Can you hardly process the sheer quantity of dust
your ship's
over me?
AI.
Tell me you've seen worse.
And when you activate Sam,
Ah,
stuff like this happens.
we'll continue this
Kind of
later.
awkward moments. Here is where you can like use your you can travel to different planets and space stations and whatnot. So I don't have many planets unlocked. Like I've just started the game, but I've got 3 locations on Terra, uh, Groundbreaker. There's only the one. The relay station there's only one, and then Monarch I have 3 as well. And I only have one right there as well. So yeah, very simple travel system in the game. Uh,
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest
yeah,
sense
this
of the
isn't my
word
main
now.
playthrough. This is just a one where I said no, I'm gonna kill the main corporation in the game, just because I could. So yeah, they kind of hate. So yeah, ship three levels. You got your main level, you got your engineering level, and you got the crew quarters up here, and then doors with that blue outline on it, like the blue light above it. So one of my crew's rooms, again, anything with that blue outline is interactable. You can either pick it up or interact with it. It's crazy because my crewmates are wearing their helmets. Always wear their helmets. Pretty sure there's probably a mod or something. Well, actually, I don't think there's a mod. I feel like there should be a display helmets because maybe I don't always want to see my character's helmets. But in like not cutscenes, but dialogue scenes, they don't have their helmets on. So that's an interesting thing. So here, just gonna go quickly over the stats. So each stat group for like range, you can increase some. You'll get let me back up. So every time you level up, you get 10 skill points, and you can apply that to like that ranged skill group up to level 50. So doesn't mean that I'm so if I were to click range, level that up all the way up to 45. All the 3 of those skills will all get leveled up to 45, and that's the base skill, not the skill with the buffs or debuffs. So like in stealth and tech, I have them at level 50, so now I have to assign points individually until they get to until they can go up to level 150. So I really like this. It makes like your skills starting off very easy to level up. One downside is depending on how your build is, maybe you don't want points in certain thing, but you can only put your skill points until they hit level 50 in that skill group, which double-edged sword, it's good for overall play, but it's not that great for like individual leveling up things until you hit that base skill of 50. So it doesn't matter for your total skill level. It just has to be your base skill level that's 50. So like engineering is one of my highest ones. Your perks, very simplified. You get a perk point every other level. It's based about that. You have to unlock 5 perks to unlock the next tier. Just your character details, and then the reputation page. Really nice because it lets you know like your reputation with the primary and secondary factions of the game. See the first faction here, they revere me. The next 2 are neutral. And then the next 2 after that, I'm repulsed. So it's kill on sight. So neutral means neutral is neutral. You don't have a lot of positivity built up with that faction, and then same with repulsed. You have a lot of negativity built up for that faction. So you can have negativity and positivity. You just gotta make sure that your positivity outweighs the negative, and the effects also, and your reputation affects like vendor prices and whatnot with the factions as well. Basic little menu there. That's the word I look for, menu. Just look over everything. So for your attributes, I'm not sure there's any way to adjust these after you select them right away. I'm not sure if that's something that comes later in the game or not, but definitely something I'm hopefully we can make them better as well, and make them increase as well. So yeah, this is just a very basic overview. Oh yeah, and like I said earlier, your armor gives buffs and debuffs as well. But yeah, basic overview. I really like the simplicity of the game. It's simple. It's not too overly detailed, as in like weapons, as in like ammo types and armor. Uh, Obviously, with weapons, you might want to carry certain weapons are going to do certain things to enemies. So, like, say my plasma rifle, that might not be good enough for an enemy where my assault rifle is, and my assault rifle might not be good enough for an enemy where, like, this shock cannon is. So, different enemies require different weapons, but right now I feel like the plasma rifle is pretty much your go-to weapon in any case. And your companions here are great too. The game really wants you to use companions, give you buffs and debuffs, and they don't go running off into a minefield like they would in Fallout, or go running into a cave and avoid all your enemies like they would in Skyrim. But yeah, I'll try and get another video up tomorrow of a different video game. Just a quick down and dirty review, but thank you for watching. Hope you all have a good night.